Paris has suddenly erupted. It wasn't a political scandal or a sudden runway drama that shook the streets of the world's fashion capital, but the arrival of a duo that has redefined global pop culture, Rose and Bruno Mars. Within minutes, the digital landscape was flooded. High-definition clips and shaky fan cam footage began trend-storming social media. The question on everyone's lips: what exactly happened that made fans risk the freezing Paris winds just to catch a glimpse of these two icons? A pop culture earthquake at the YSL boutique. The scene unfolded at the prestigious Saint Laurent boutique. Rose, the long-standing face of the house, wasn't navigating the crowd alone. Beside her stood the legendary Bruno Mars, appearing effortlessly cool in a look that blended his retro soul aesthetic with the sharp, edgy tailoring of YSL. Accompanied by Emmanuel Tomasini, a key architect behind the brand's luxury image, the trio's presence sparked an immediate firestorm of speculation. Was this just a casual shopping trip between friends? Or are we witnessing the birth of a historic fashion meets music collaboration? Ever since their record-breaking hit APT took over the charts, the world has been hungry for more Rose Bruno content. Seeing them together in the heart of Paris felt like the ultimate sequel. The aesthetic rock and roll royalty. The circulating videos show Rose walking with an aura that is truly transcendent. Framed by an oversized black blazer with soft white lace accents and effortless blue jeans, she looked like a scene pulled directly from a high-budget fashion film. Bruno Mars provided the perfect counterpoint. His presence added a layer of cool that only a multi-Grammy winner can bring. Walking side by side, they didn't just walk the sidewalk, they owned it. For fashion observers, this look was the definitive representation of Anthony Vaccarello's creative vision. A blend of Parisian elegance and rebellious rock and roll spirit. They didn't just enter the building, they shifted the energy of the entire district. It felt less like a store visit and more like a coronation. Humanity amidst the hype. What made the atmosphere truly emotional was the way the duo handled the chaos. Despite their global superstar status, Rose and Bruno didn't retreat behind a wall of security. The fan connection. Rose took the time to approach the barricades, grabbing markers to sign albums and photo cards for the number ones, and Blinks who had waited for hours. The Bruno effect. Bruno was seen smiling warmly, waving to the crowds and even sharing a few laughs with fans, proving that his legendary charm is as real on the streets as it is on the stage. The mutual respect. The way they interacted, bowing politely to the crowd and acknowledging the boutique staff, became powerful proof that their immense fame has not erased their human side. The mystery of the FW26 show. Their attendance at the Yves Saint Laurent Women's Winter 2026 show became the undisputed highlight of Paris Fashion Week. Sitting in the front row, Rose and Bruno Mars were the focal point of every international lens. While Rose has long been called YSL's favorite protégé, having Bruno Mars by her side suggests something much bigger. Is he joining the YSL family? Or were they in Paris to film a secret project? Some speculate that a new music video is being shot against the backdrop of the Eiffel Tower, while others believe a joint global campaign for Saint Laurent is imminent. A new era of influence. This phenomenon proves that Rose doesn't just sell an image, she builds emotional connections. With Bruno Mars now part of this narrative, the impact has doubled. From Jakarta to New York, timelines are filled with outfit analyses and theories about their next move. As they laugh together near the boutique, far from the formal stiffness usually associated with elite fashion, the world saw two friends who also happen to be the most influential artists of their generation. So what is your theory? Is this Paris trip simply a high-fashion hangout? Or are Rose and Bruno Mars preparing to drop a surprise that will once again break the internet? Write your thoughts in the comments below. Whether it's a new song, a joint fashion line, or a secret film project, one thing is certain. When Rose and Bruno Mars are in the same room, the whole world stops to watch. The energy surrounding the Saint Laurent boutique was nothing short of electric, as the crowd realized the magnitude of the moment. Seeing Rose, the long-standing muse of the house, alongside a legend like Bruno Mars felt like a collision of two musical universes. They didn't just walk through the doors, they commanded the entire street with a synchronized grace that felt both rehearsed and natural. Fans who had been waiting since dawn were rewarded with a sight that felt more like a movie premiere than a shopping trip. The air was thick with the sound of camera shutters and the rhythmic chanting of their names, echoing through the historic Parisian alleys. It was a rare instance where the world of high fashion and global pop music truly became one singular, powerful entity. As they moved through the boutique, the professional chemistry between Rose and Bruno Mars was visible to everyone lucky enough to be inside. Since their record-breaking collaboration on the hit song APT, the two have shared a bond that transcends typical industry friendships or contracts. They were seen pointing at various avant-garde pieces from the Winter 2026 collection, sharing private jokes that made them seem remarkably grounded. Bruno, known for his sharp eye for style, seemed to appreciate the rebellious yet sophisticated direction that Rose has championed for years. Their presence together suggested that their creative partnership might be evolving into something much more permanent and visually stunning. The boutique staff watched in awe as the duo turned the simple act of browsing into a high-stakes performance of modern luxury. Outside, the number ones and blinks created a barricade of love that stretched for blocks, hoping for even a second of recognition. Rose, true to her reputation for being incredibly humble, was the first to break away from the security detail to greet her fans. She moved with a gentle elegance, signing autographs and taking brief selfies while Bruno Mars stood by, watching with a supportive smile. Bruno himself soon joined in, high-fiving fans and thanking them for the immense success of their recent musical endeavors together. This interaction proved that despite their status as the most influential icons of 2026, they remained deeply connected to the people. The emotional weight of the moment was palpable, as many fans were moved to tears by the kindness shown by their idols. Fashion critics have already begun dissecting every detail of their coordinated appearance, noting how they perfectly embody the new YSL era. Rose's choice of a structured black blazer paired with delicate lace served as the perfect feminine anchor to Bruno's more rugged, rock star aesthetic. They represent a shift in the industry where the global ambassador title is no longer just about wearing clothes, but about storytelling. By bringing Bruno Mars into her Parisian world, Rose has effectively expanded the reach of the Saint Laurent brand to a whole new demographic. The duo's silhouette against the backdrop of the Eiffel Tower has already become the most shared image of the entire fashion season. It is a testament to how a well-chosen partnership can redefine what it means to be a style icon in the modern age. Speculation about a secret music video being filmed in the City of Lights started to circulate almost immediately across all social media. Many noticed a professional camera crew trailing the pair at a respectful distance, capturing every candid laugh and stylish stride they took. Paris has always been a favorite location for grand visual statements, and with these two, the production value would be astronomical. Some fans theorize that a remix or a brand new single is hidden within the mysterious FW26 project they seem to be teasing. The silence from their respective management teams only fuels the fire, leaving the public to piece together clues from every Instagram story. Whatever they are building, it is clear that the scale of this project will surpass anything we have seen from them previously. The dinner they attended later that evening at an exclusive Parisian haunt only added more layers to the mystery of their stay. Surrounded by fashion royalty and elite designers, Rose and Bruno Mars remained the undisputed center of attention throughout the entire night. Witnesses described them as being in high spirits, frequently toasted by industry leaders for their massive cultural impact over the last year. It wasn't just a celebration of fashion, but a celebration of the APT era that has dominated global airwaves since its release. The synergy between them at the table was described as a masterclass in how modern superstars navigate the pressures of fame. Every toast raised in their honor felt like a validation of their hard work and their unique, cross-continental creative vision. Emmanuel Tomasini's role in this Parisian saga cannot be overlooked, as he has been the bridge between Rose and the inner sanctum of YSL. By including Bruno Mars in these official outings, Tomasini is signaling a bold new direction for the brand's marketing and cultural strategy. It appears that the brand is looking to capitalize on the power duo dynamic that has proven so successful in the music industry. The collaboration between a K-pop queen and a funk pop king creates a universal appeal that very few other pairings could achieve. This strategic move has already resulted in a massive spike in social media engagement for the Saint Laurent official accounts. It is a brilliant example of how fashion houses are now looking toward musical icons to maintain their relevance. As the night drew to a close, the two were spotted on a balcony overlooking the Seine, looking out at the city they had conquered. This quiet moment, captured by a long-lens photographer, showed a softer and more reflective side to the two high-energy global superstars. They seemed to be discussing their next moves, perhaps planning the world tour or the album that fans have been dreaming about. The image of them silhouetted against the Parisian skyline quickly went viral, becoming a symbol of friendship and artistic ambition. It reminded the world that behind the glamour and the flashing lights, there are two artists who truly love their craft. Paris was not just a backdrop for them. It was a sanctuary where they could celebrate their shared journey and success. The global reaction to Rosé and Bruno in Paris has set a new benchmark for how celebrities engage with international fashion events today. Media outlets from Seoul to Los Angeles are calling this the most successful celebrity appearance in the history of Paris Fashion Week. The sheer volume of data generated by their hashtags has broken previous records, proving that their influence is truly a global phenomenon. Other brands are now scrambled to find their own power pairs to compete with the sheer charisma that Rosé and Bruno possess. However, it is unlikely that any other duo can replicate the organic and genuine chemistry that these two have cultivated. They have set a standard of cool that will likely be the blueprint for the industry for the next several years. Looking ahead, the question remains: what does this mean for the future of Rosé's solo career and her partnership with Bruno Mars? Whether this leads to a full-length collaborative album or a joint world tour, the foundation has been laid in the heart of Paris. The Rosé Saint Laurent FW26 tag will forever be remembered as the moment the world saw the true power of this duo. As they prepare to leave the city, the euphoria they left behind continues to inspire millions of fans across the globe. We are witnessing the beginning of a grander new era, one where music and fashion are indistinguishable from one another. The story of Rosé and Bruno Mars in Paris is far from over. In fact, it feels like the climax is only just beginning.